shooting your bow a lot.
I've been shooting my bow a lot. Yep, we'll see. Hopefully we're ready.
Got those sights dialed in.
I think so. Yeah.
Nice. Is there like word on the street about like if elks have been out? Like
elks?
The elks.
So many elks running around.
All the elks.
I mean, what is it?
Pretty sure those are senior citizens.
One of the guys that lives up there, we're on a group me. Steven is headed out there, Steven Gadberry.
Oh, Padres going? That's cool.
He's kind of what set it up.
Fun. Really?
Yeah.
Trash talking priest.
Yeah, the trash talking priest.
He's
the trash
the best.
talkingest
He's my favorite.
priest you've ever met.
Man.
He's the best.
So funny.
But he's got a buddy that lives out there, Jeff, and he sent us some videos of an elk. A couple elk out.
Okay.
Probably 30, 40 yards from where he was at, and then some bear.
Ooh.
Nice.
But you can't shoot a bear.
You could shoot a bear technically. You can get a bear tag.
Okay.
I probably won't.
Did you
I
get
don't
tags
really.
before?
I don't want to eat a bear.
Yeah. No.
I've heard it's actually not that bad. I just don't. I don't know. People get really angry about shooting bear.
Yeah.
It's really a weird thing, honestly. But
Are they like under?
no.
Okay.
Not at all. I think they're attached to like Winnie the Pooh as a child or something. And
That makes sense.
Pots of honey.
It is weird that like this wild creature who will 100% kill you
or get killed by something else.
Or something else is going to kill it when it reaches
Yeah.
its lifespan. That because of little stuffed animals, we've somehow decided that.
All
And where you're going for sure, those animals are regulated.
Yes.
They do a fantastic job in Colorado
and
with
they need to be regulated.
Right. Yeah.
Like it's
control the population.
And you're going to be eating what you kill.
Heck yeah.
And
Yeah, I can't wait. We're. I mean, that's when we posted something on social, and I was shooting my bow. People freak out, and you're just like, hey, it's like they're one. It's called the food chain. Humans have been part of the food chain for thousands of years, or longer.
Right.
And it is what it is. We're going bow hunting, so you can't even really use the whole, well, it's not even fair, blah, blah, blah. And it's just...
The bow hunting thing is really cool.
Yeah, I can't wait.
I mean,
super excited.
think about what happens to an elk or a deer
if
when it reaches its lifespan. It's going to get
suffer and die.
Or it's going to really suffer as soon as that mountain lion. I don't want to be too graphic here, but I mean that's the circle of life. So when you're responsibly doing that, you're eating it.
Yep.
We're doing a good thing here, not a bad thing.
For sure. Or if it was, you're overpopulated and they're starving to death,
Yeah.
Is what it is. So
sickness, disease, all of that.
Yeah.
That's very reasonable. It makes sense. And then the money that you're buying tags and all the things you're doing goes right back.
Taxes and all that stuff
How
that
do
you're
the
doing.
tags work? Like, do you decide what you want to hunt when you get there? Can you get them here or?
You buy over-the-counter tags, and it's super expensive to hunt out of state. Like if you're coming in from out of state, it's a completely different price range. And so,
What could you pull in Colorado this time of year?
I think elk. I don't think we're doing mule deer. I don't think you can get a mule deer tag. I think there's in some of the states, depending on the population, there's draws, there's lotteries. There's only antlered, there's non-antlered, there's all kinds of stuff. And so I'm pretty sure like bow is pretty wide open because it's pretty difficult. And we're going on public land, which is, I mean, last time we went with a guide, we paid a guide and still didn't see anything. So I'm
on the hikes of your life.
I'm more or less just excited to get out in the woods and be up in the mountains and hike around. Like if we shoot something incredible, we get on something and get to hunt, then I'm excited about it. But, it's going to be more fun just to be out than anything. So
you got a party of 5. Excuse me. 2 of you are
sick. There's 6 of us.
6 of us total.
Yep. So there's 4 of us from here going. There's me, Brian, Matt, Marlon. Brian and Marlon are driving out because Brian doesn't have kids, and Jennifer, Marlon's wife, lets him do whatever the heck he wants.
Because she's a really, really good wife.
And,
she's an amazing
so
lady.
They're gonna drive a trailer out, just like a enclosed trailer, metal frame trailer out with all of our stuff in it. Me and Matt are going to fly out Monday to Denver. We're going to drive from Denver to Gunnison, which is just outside of Gunnison, I guess, and it's about a 2.5 hour drive, something like that. But trying to get a flight into Gunnison, and then you have a layover and miss a flight, and we were just like, let's just drive. Pretty cool country too to drive through.
Yeah, it's beautiful.
So we'll be out there Friday afternoon, probably hunt Saturday through. Our flight doesn't leave till Friday, the next Friday in the afternoon, so we might get a hunt in on that Friday, but at least Saturday through Thursday. And,
nice.
So a couple guys are going to be in stands,
we'll
and then the rest of you are going
to. Me and Brian will probably hunt a majority of the time together. Matt and Marlon will probably hunt a majority of the time together, and then maybe me, Steven, and Jeff may switch in and out with Brian. Like all 4 of us, because all of us I feel like want to do some walking and walking around. Matt and Marlon want to be
Have
more
there been
stationary.
any more Matt Marlon workouts since the last
No.
week?
No.
Did they quit already? Actually, when I was leaving,
Matt's been coming to the gym 3 times a week, I think. Marlon has a rough life and plays golf
golfs,
every morning, but he walks.
He'll be ready.
Which actually, like 18 holes of golf with your bag is
walking would
not
be terrible,
Yeah.
like that's actually good exercise.
Yeah, and so
I saw him leaving the gym this morning, so I know
yeah,
he was up early. And
he was like worried about. He's like, I don't want to get hurt this week, blah blah blah, and like I want to be ready.
The
and,
hunting trip.
Cool.
yeah, no, I mean it's fun. It's been fun to actually have something to kind of think about training wise too, because I'm like, what am I training for? And then I'm
Right.
like, well,
Yeah.
gives me a little something to do. So I actually have really liked shooting my bow, and I just over the years I shot, but I didn't really know what the heck I was doing. I was just pointing and aiming, and so this is actually kind of learning some stuff, researching some stuff. I got some different technique stuff that I've changed just on positioning, where I put the just points of contact. Like I've been trying to center my nose with the string, where before like I would have it out here, and it can you move, and any slight movement you make is a big difference. So and then stretching it out to like 50 yards makes a big difference.
I feel like you keep getting further from the barn.
Yeah.
Every time I look out there, you're further away from the barn.
And that's the point. Like I'm trying to be comfortable at 50. I'm really like today I was, we have that target, and the white is about the size of a paper plate, and all 6 arrows that I shot from 50 were all within that paper
Nice.
plate. So I'm like,
is that
I
about
can
where
be
you feel
comfortable.
really comfortable at about 50 now for a good clean
I
shot?
stepped back to 60. I pulled one and then hit one just outside the white, but that's the first couple I've shot from 60. So I just want to be like, and then also for sighting in the bow, you sight into 20, and your pins are usually about 10 yards separate. So you have 5 pins. And so you basically, they go a little bit lower, but they're all spaced out. So when you get to 30 though, any off that you were at 20, it's exponential. So then you sight into 30. So then you step back, and then you sight into 40, step back 50, and then maybe 60. And so it actually makes every pin below that even more accurate. And I never really thought about that.
Wow.
Do they have like a max range? Like how does it is there just like an end point, or like can you adjust the tension? Like what is it on a bow that can actually affect what you're doing?
My bow, I have a Hoyt RX1. They sent it to me. Shout out to Hoyt. I've had it for a couple of years, honestly. And then I've never really tested it to see what, the pull is on it, but it's like 68 pounds. It's maxed out. I could change some stuff, some cams and stuff, and I may after this hunt. But it's definitely maxed out. But some of those guys like Cam Haynes, I think he's shooting for like 100 or 120 yards.
Wow. So you can get
Crazy.
a bow that shoots very, very
For
far.
sure. This one would shoot that far, but it's basically you'd be aiming almost like this.
So it'd be like,
Wow.
Yeah. So
So
it
do the
falls.
arrows make
And
a
honestly,
big difference?
arrows everything makes a big difference. The grain of the head of the arrow, the arrows, like we bought some practice arrows that are a little cheaper, and like their straightness is within I forgot, like 7,000th or something. And then we bought some like hunting arrows, and they're within a 3,000th straightness. And you're just like, makes a huge difference. Like I have a fletching, whatever, on the back of one of the arrows, and it's just twisted a little bit, and that arrow just flies completely different. So there's a lot that goes into it.
But what do they do in
pretty cool.
competitive archry? Like, is that in that sport?
I honestly
is
don't know anything about competitive archery.
I wonder if it's
they're probably
based
all
on-
the same, I'm assuming.
Yeah.
Different kind of bow too.
Yeah, it's a little bit different.
Recurve bow and doesn't
Yeah.
have all
I
the.
think they still use compound in some of the.
Some of them
some
do.
of them do.
The Olympic stuff's not a compound.
Is it
bow,
not?
but-
Is it recurve?
This might be a dumb question, but so when you're shooting with, say, like a muzzle loader versus like an arrow, are you aiming at a different spot on
No.
the animal?
You're just,
The same.
Same spot. Like I said, the big difference is, so you have those, 4 or 5 pins. So you're looking at them; they're all in the same line. But so say this is 20, and so you step back to 30, and then you have to like aim a little higher, obviously, because there's
Okay.
fall, and then 40, 50, and then 60. So you don't think about it, but it's actually making a pretty big difference in
Yeah.
how much you're rotating the bow. And also, you need to know like your distances and have some type of either range finder or get pretty good at that, because I mean, if an animal's at
Yeah.
35 yards,
Yeah.
you're like, all right, do I looking about halfway between
Yeah, that's not
or aim a little high?
Yeah.
So there's
Because with a gun, you just assume it's going to go straight.
pretty much. And there's like
Yeah.
there's actually a math formula. So a lot of scopes on rifles have some notches. I forget what they call it, but there's like a calculation that you can look up, and it's minutes, feet, whatever, because a bullet travels really fast and it's going to fall a lot less. But there's still, you have to know how those, like, because you're going to aim a little bit different. It's just, there's a lot to it.
There's a lot to it. Like, more than you think.
For sure. Especially as you get further away from your target.
How heavy is it?
Changes
and like
everything,
when you walk
obviously.
through the woods, like how do you hold it?
Like I'll probably put it on my backpack most of the time, but then, you know, it's not super heavy.
Okay.
But it actually makes a big difference. Your arm is tired going to do that, so it's been good to practice.
Just kind of odd shaped too.
After working out or out of breath or you know, a lot of the cool down stuff, I'll sit there and like try to keep my heart rate around 120, 130, just enough to like be uncomfortable, because a lot of when I shoot, I exhale and then bring it up to the target just a little bit, because if I try to hold it on the target, I start you know, doing the little circles. So you try to hold your breath.
That's cool.
Exhale out and then come up on the target. A lot of people come down on the target.
Have you ever shot an animal?
That's interesting.
With a bow?
Yes, a doe one time.
Oh,
a deer,
that's awesome.
I like to come sideways.
You do?
Yeah, when I'm holding my breath, I just like to move it over sideways. And then
How's your bow progression coming? Because you've been doing it consistently for. Do you change distance at all either? Or you just like
because all I have is about 30 yards that I can actually work with.
You just like it for like the.
Just meditation stuff more. Like literally,
it's calming.
It's really calming. Yeah, I just do 30 arrows, and it's funny.
It sounds cool when you guys are.
My sights are completely off right now, and I've learned how to compensate based on the sight being wrong. Yeah, I aim this far, this much to the right, and then I'm right on the target. You know, I mean, just because I'm not really
adaptability. That's great.
Mine got all screwed up last week, and it's still rattling around a little bit. I'm kind of like, it's almost dead on. Like I said, from 50, I hit some really good today, and so I don't want to take it off and have to re-sight it in, but I don't want to take the chance of it, you know, rattling around to being off. So I got to figure that out.
It's the only thing that frustrates me about bow is like, because I feel like I come back and I've worked so hard to get it sighted in right and tightened everything down, and then I'm off sometime.
Yeah.
I'm like,
does it just get loose or something?
Yeah, that or I don't know. I'm just bad at it. I don't know.
Or it could be.
I mean, I'm always concerned because like there's nothing behind yours, so it amazes me that you're always hitting something. I assume because beyond yours is just bison field. So I'm like, well,
I've lost a couple arrows.
You gotta go for a walk.
Well, we
or
have
a run.
We have that one target, because most of the time, if I'm gonna miss, I usually miss high. If you miss left or right, you're kind of screwed. But if I miss high, I have that other target on top of it. But I've gotten better over the last, from 20 and 30, I'm almost right on. 40, pretty good now. 50 today I was really good. And then 60, like I said, it was a little different. Like you don't think about it being that much different, but it is. Because any little mistake you make, those little bad little tendencies you have at 20, at 20 it's going so fast that it's not that big a deal. You can kind of, you know, if you're off to the right by 1 inch over 20 yards, it's just like, meh. Yeah. But then you start, as you go back, you know, every yard or every couple yards, it's going to move over another couple inches, and then you're off the target. So big difference.
I've only had one time in all the arrows now that where like it surprised me and I accidentally let go.
Yeah.
Like,
yeah.
And I don't even know what happened. I still don't remember what happened, and the arrow went
gone.
Well, luckily,
into the neighborhood.
I have thankfully, I have like a shed and a target thing, and so, but it was like thunked over into the shed. Where I was
have you guys ever snapped yourself or like shot into the ground or like? I guess I just don't have a concept. That's why I asked about the distance.
So I was using a thumb release for a while, and I thought I really liked it. When I went to pull it out of my bag this year, it was messed up. So I went and bought another one, the same one. And then a couple weeks ago, as I was trying to pull or trying to shoot, I would hit the button and it wouldn't release, and then it would just release. And so I was like, all right, I'm done. So I switched to a finger release, and I haven't had any problem doing that. But you do have some where you go to pull, and then you get set, and your arm isn't quite locked in. And so you're like, oh, shit. So you're like, okay, hold on, let's reset here.
Yeah.
Shane, I was shooting at the barn one day last year, and Shane came up and was like, he wanted to kind of shoot it. And I was like, okay, you know, kind of talk to him about it or whatever. And you need to get the feel for it or whatever, but he kept this arm bent instead of really getting it locked out. And when he let go, oh man, he had a huge bruise across his forearm.
That's what scares me. I want to learn so bad, but I feel like I've heard the most terrible horror stories, but I didn't realize it was the difference between just your arm extended. That's what causes it?
So do you close your fist? Or
I don't know. I kind of keep my hands
It
open.
looks so cool.
I'm way better if I just sit here like this and
Same.
push against, but just as you let go, it just falls.
So as long as your arm is straight, you won't get snapped.
It snapped his forearm so hard, and he didn't even flinch. I watched his face or whatever, and he was like, "Oh, okay." Like he was kind of like sort of done.
Back and he
And I
was
saw him the
like,
next day. And it was just
What
What do you mean it snapped it? The cord?
Yeah, so he probably had it, like Jim's saying, he had his arm bent.
Yeah.
And so it just happens.
Huh.
Well, that's
Yeah.
So
how
as you
not-
release it, it comes through and like hit.
yeah, it hit him the way he did it. He got soft here, and the actual string hit him in the forearm and
Yeah, I would have never even thought of that.
snapped his
I
arm.
really want to learn, but that's
Like
the
a
one thing
kickback
I've
from a
seen
shotgun?
people like.
Huh?
Like a kickback kind of like how a
A
shotgun is?
little bit, but a little bit different.
But way worse, right? Like more painful.
I don't know. Getting kicked by a shotgun hurts.
It does.
Or anybody that's gotten scoped.
Ooh, there you
Yeah.
go.
What's scoped mean?
You ever seen somebody that
Oh, that's on
I
their
won't
face,
say,
right?
Yeah, I won't say their name on here. Well, Tyler Peak was one of them. somebody else I know, but he would be very angry if I told that he did. But yeah, you basically you're looking at the scope and you're either too close to the scope or you don't have it into your shoulder, and you go to
gosh.
shoot and the gun has enough recoil that it bang
It's
hits you,
gonna hurt
hits you in the eye.
occipital.
See, that's way worse. And like a shotgun,
For
you know
sure.
it's gonna get
Yeah.
like your shoulder.
Yeah.
But not like, oh my gosh.
I shot like an AR custom kind of a pistol one time where they ported it on the top.
Yeah.
And then they didn't tell me the concussion from it, just from the blowback, and it didn't hit me, but I'm wearing a hat, and you shoot that thing, which is still the same AR round, and my hat just goes flying off because the concussion hits you right here in the head and surprises you, and then they just laugh at you.
Have you ever met Tyler's dad, Charles?
No.
He's awesome.
I want to
They
meet
look
that
the
guy.
Same. They came into Poets one time. It was like twins.
That guy is awesome.
He's so funny.
So just like aggressive, but
Yeah.
awesome. Like
Yeah.
if you ever needed anything, he'd be right there. But so funny. Like take Tyler and multiply it by 10.
Really?
And intense. Like
Really?
just, come on, son. Like if you ever watch any of the old open videos, you hear, "Come on, Rich.
Oh, that's him.
Come on, Rich."
Dad.
Yeah. And so
I
he
remember
just,
that.
That's
the man,
awesome.
I call him Uncle Charles. Like he's the guy who got me into turkey hunting.
Okay.
And it taught me a ton. Like
Uncle Charles.
salt to the earth, great dude. He used to have, we'd go to their house and work out sometimes. Tyler had this barn that he like made into a gym. And so Charles had this sawed off shotgun.
Why would you saw off a shotgun?
Well, the barrel was bent, so he sawed off a shotgun. Super illegal. He doesn't have it anymore. I
No.
don't think.
It's no
But
longer
anyway,
in existence.
so he would do this test where you hold the shotgun one-handed,
Oh,
and if that's your grip. Like he
Yeah.
was big into that Kings of Crush, like
Yeah.
grip strength thing.
hilarious.
And so he had like all these contraptions for grip strength testing and all this stuff. But anyway, so he wants you to like hold this gun and shoot it one-handed.
No.
I'm not like, I don't even care to. And so I'm like, Charles, I don't want to do this. No, come on, son, you can do this. I'm like, Charles, this is no. Like I don't want to like no, because it's gonna hurt and
Yeah.
like
Yeah.
my hand. Like
Yeah.
what are we doing?
Oh, dear.
Come on, you can do it. So I bang and just let it go. I'm like, all right, I'm not holding it. Anyway, he also would like put turkey load, like a turkey shot in there, which is
Yeah.
way more aggressive than bird shot.
Yeah.
And man, it was. But Dad one time at 4th of July,
Oh gosh.
everybody's tried it. Nobody could do
Okay.
it. And Charles will like, he's got it down where he shoots it and then he just brings it back.
Kind of rides it back
Yeah.
with his hand. Yeah.
Dad,
Conditioned for it, clearly.
Yeah.
it was 4th of July, whatever.
Oh,
Dad
gosh.
goes to shoot, bang.
Oh,
this
no.
thing goes right by his head. And there was probably 30. I wish we've got the video somewhere. We may be able to get it and link it on here. It is so good
Wow.
because everybody is dying laughing. It's like the grainiest video ever. But Dad somehow shoots the can that he's aiming at, even though the gun like misses his face. It's empty after it shoots, like it's one
Right.
shot.
Yeah.
Right.
And it just goes right by him, and everybody's losing their mind. And Dad's like, "One shot, one kill."
I can see your dad
It's
saying
so,
that's awesome.
it is amazing. I gotta find that video so we
Wow.
can link it on here.
There's this
One shot.
there's this family back in Colorado. They're grandpa, dad, and then 5 sons, and they're framers. This is they've been framers.
So they got some grip strength.
So they got some grip
some
strength.
Arms.
And
Wait, why do framers have grip strength?
Well, they used to swing hammers.
Yeah, back in the day.
My dad's arms used to be huge because
He's still jacked.
He's still
He's
jacked.
like,
He's still
doesn't
jacked
have to do
for,
anything, he's
for his
jacked.
yeah.
I'm like, Senior, what are you doing? Anyway.
Yeah.
what?
I show up at the job site one day and they're all working on this house framing and the grandfather's there and he basically challenges everybody. They have this deal with a framing hammer and I don't know the weight of a framing hammer, but it's a lot heavier than a regular hammer.
Wow.
And the idea is that you're supposed to kind of like bring it back and touch your nose and bring it to the side. And there was this whole little thing you had to do and to see if you could get through it all before you dropped the hammer. Before you actually had to physically let go of it. And I was thinking, look, my grip's pretty good.
Yeah.
I think I can probably do this. And the only one that could do it out of everybody, and these are young, strong dudes, was the old man.
Wow.
Because he had worked on it for so long. And it was kind of like a trick that he had. But he was just, what's the matter with you, son? He's flipping that framing hammer around and he's like 72 years old.
Yeah.
That sounds like Charles. Charles the same way. He's just got like this old man strength.
That's awesome.
Charles, he's so funny.
And that grip burn is like the worst. Like whenever you finish a workout that's super grip
I was
intensive.
gonna say, I wonder if you could
Today?
pass a test from like gymnastics. You know?
Yeah,
No,
how about
probably
that
not.
workout today?
Oh gosh.
Hey, why are you guys wearing the same shirt?
We
Just-
called each other this morning, like
yeah.
we do every morning, and I'm like, "Hey, what are you wearing?" She's like, "This shirt," so I packed it.
Great minds, you know.
Which
Great
I feel
minds.
like, I mean, when you and Cam lived together, like they would literally not plan it and show up wearing the same thing, and I was like, maybe I just don't have the same brain connection. So I'm pretty pleased with how it turned out
The
today.
same brain connection.
Well, I mean,
There's
they
like a
started dressing
90%
alike.
chance I'll have a Prey shirt on because I have like all the colors and I love them.
I was gonna
That's
say,
where
it's
her
my favorite
emotional
shirt,
state
too.
is now. So
I'm like, okay.
Giants, help us, God.
Actually, that's too close to my heart.
It's too true right now,
This
Rich.
is too real. Let's move on. Move on.
Mayhem, help us, God.
Exactly. Okay.
What you got over there?
Looking for your podcast talking points.
Oh.
Oh yeah, your ads.
Yeah.
You know what I learned
I
this
still
morning?
don't think they're updated.
What did you
but-
learn?
This blows my mind. Can you even believe this? Can you believe this?
Probably not.
Did you know there is a place that buys all the lost plane luggage and sells it like
Yes.
a
Yes.
flea market? What,
Oh,
you,
yeah.
What, you knew this?
Yeah.
I did not
didn't
know
know
this. This
that.
is a real thing.
Yes.
Yeah.
So did you know there's 4.3 billion bags checked a year and they lose 5.7, or no, they lose like 50 million. So 5.7% of luggage is lost.
Have you ever had any luggage lost? I never
I've
have.
had luggage lost that was found. I had luggage that was like delayed.
Well, they have to pay people for it. So like the plane companies lose a ton of money because they have to pay people when they lose their luggage.
Right.
But it's in Alabama and it's like a 50,000 square foot facility. And like they give some of it away to people, whatever, and then they end up selling like 30% of it. But like they were like in some of the, you don't, and it's like storage units. You don't know what's going to be in the bag.
I kind of think that's fun.
It is. That is kind of like one of my not worst fears. It's one like it's not that big a deal, right? If
Right.
you lose a bunch of clothes or something like that. But when you're traveling somewhere, especially if you're going somewhere like when we were going to China or something,
Yeah, you
can you
have, like-
imagine losing your bag there?
No.
But if you're just going somewhere easy,
But, like,
I try not to like travel with anything that's too important
Sure.
on purpose, just in
Yeah.
case you're
Yeah.
like, well, whatever.
I definitely keep my computer, everything, and my carry-on for
yeah,
sure.
anything
So you want to
that,
lose
like,
that.
My retainer, that's like my thing. Like if I lost it, I would be devastated because your teeth moving like
Always,
Oh, like a day.
always keep an extra pair of underwear in your carry-on. One
good
change
idea,
of
actually.
clothes.
Yeah,
That's a really good
Always.
idea. I don't do that. I need to do that.
Yeah,
is smart.
especially if you're traveling overseas. When we went to
That's a good idea.
Invitational in Spain, they lost Dan's bag.
you had no
Oh
underwear.
no.
He had nothing.
Oh no.
He had nothing. He washed his clothes in his shower.
That's
Like
terrible.
3 or
That's
4
the worst, 'cause it
sets
doesn't
of, or
really
like
do
one
anything.
set of clothes or whatever he had. Washed them in the shower and would try to hang dry them. No, it was awful.
That's
That's a really good
exactly what I'm
idea.
talking about.
Yeah.
Well, I
That'd be
told
terrible.
you guys what my dad packs in every airplane luggage, right?
Trash,
Remember?
trash bags, peanut butter.
Ooh, yep. No, you got it. That's it.
Is that it? I
Because
couldn't
if the
remember.
plane
Duct
goes
tape.
down,
Duct
you'll
tape
survive
should
on
be
an
in there.
island.
You have a
Oh,
really
duct
good
tape.
memory.
I know. I'm impressed.
She's told the story like 16 times.
Yeah.
There.
like you don't retell
true.
stories.
Yes, it's
I
true.
do, but still.
It was.
I'm the
relevant.
smartest man alive.
False.
Nobody writes workouts like me. How can I prove that? I program myself to become the fittest man in history, and we're still going strong. I hate that.
No ego
This is a
there.
new one. This is
Wow.
not my fault.
Okay.
We've got 2 individual packages on Mayhem Athlete that are simple and now give you way more value. Our competitor package grants you immediate access to all of our individual programs and content we put out on a daily basis in the SugarWatt app. Live classes, workout prep notes, and more. Or, if you just want to get a good workout, 30 minutes to an hour, we have the Everyday Athlete package ready for you. Sign up to join me and the crew to do the workouts with you at 8:30 Central Standard Time, Monday through Thursday. And Elly does live classes for M30 daily at 7:30 Central Standard Time, Monday through Friday. We've got the Mayhem affiliate programming moving along. We provide daily coaching videos, programming notes, warm-ups, cool-downs, and more exclusive content and offers. And lastly, we have even added every single one of the Mayhem classes we offer here at CrossFit Mayhem so that you can run your gym just like ours. Go to CrossFitMayhem.com/programming to get your gym or yourself on our programming and join the Mayhem Athlete family.
Come join
We're also
us.
talking about doing a little road trip sometime early first of the year next year to some of the Mayhem affiliates. Wink,
that would be
wink.
so
A little
fun.
incentive.
But you have to be on the list or we're not going to stop at your gym. And if you cancel, we may not show up to your gym either.
Don't cancel.
We might burn your gym down. No, I'm just kidding. That's a
And
joke.
the gym gets
That's a joke.
TP'd in the next by January.
Darren was here over the weekend, and I heard him talking about a workout that he programmed that was, what was it? It was swimming, because he hates swimming, and golf.
Golf,
And I
That
wondered
sounds
if that
fun.
was going to show up
That
on the
won't be on the
affiliate.
Mayhem.
No.
That will not be on the affiliate program.
Yeah,
People
like-
are like, oh, yeah, that's great. It's awesome having Darren around, isn't it?
he's
so
hilarious.
fun.
He's awesome.
He's so fun.
The workout was like, I don't know, whatever, swim in their pond or whatever, and then get out
Yeah.
and then hit it towards some baby pool that they had as the target at the
Yeah.
other. I don't know.
I
Sounds
always-
fun.
I always tell Darren I'm sad that his inventions haven't made it because he used to always talk about chalk pockets. And we used to sing the song, Chalk Pockets. It's like a built-in pocket with chalk in it.
I've
because-
tried the chalk pockets in my regular pockets, and it never works out well. So it's actually a horrible
So maybe it's
design.
the best that it didn't work out.
He
I
also
came,
said about an idea where a light that tells you if you're going below parallel. on your
Darren's
squat.
ideas are actually pretty terrible.
Sorry, so I didn't mean to-
He wanted a button that you would squat to and touch for it to be a rep.
Yeah.
That's lazy.
What's going to happen is he's going to come across one that's going to hit big
Yep.
at some point.
You end up on Shark Tank.
He
It just
said
takes
one, I can't remember what it was now, over the weekend that someone had done and like made a thing, and I can't remember. It wasn't them.
I came, my first day at Mayhem, I went to one of his classes. And this is before I even knew anybody. I just showed up, went to a class. And he did a really good job.
Darren's an incredible
He's an
coach.
incredible
Oh, he's
coach.
so
Darren's an
good.
incredible coach and an incredible people person.
Yes.
Great. Like, I've never actually met anybody that he can, based on the person or their, I guess how they're pushed or driven,
Yeah.
he can figure that out
He can.
quick. And then he's incredible.
So I go to this
But
class.
he's also an idiot. No, I'm just kidding.
he has his shirt off. So his abs, he's jacked.
He's coaching class with his shirt off.
Well, he
It sounds right. We've cleaned things up. It used to be Wild West around here.
I don't remember.
When we first started, man, no shoes, no shirt. Like,
No problem.
we'd work out with people most of
Right.
the time. Like it
Great
was
coach.
not the greatest business model ever, but we got stupid fit.
Well, so he's jacked
We've
out of his
churched it up
brain.
around here, right? Sorry.
First, he's jacked out of his brain.
Yep.
So I'm impressed. I'm looking at him, and then he's trying to teach
No legs, but upper body jacked.
bar muscle ups,
Yep.
and he's doing a bar muscle up while talking. So he's literally
Coaching.
talking and coaching and telling you, and he's so far above the bar.
Yep.
And he's talking you through it. He's just like doing these reps up there. And so when you do this, you come back down. So I'm totally impressed.
Yep.
They used to make me so mad.
Oh my God. Next morning, this is when I'm still working at Tech.
okay.
There's a gas station right across, convenience store right across from Tech. I pull in there, get some gas. I'm going to run into the store. I
Walks
see
out with
Darren coming out.
Monsters.
Yes.
And, yep.
He had more monsters than he could carry. And so he comes out with like 6 monsters, and then one of them falls on the ground, and he's picking them up, and I'm cracking up because like this is my first experience.
Yep.
I'm like, oh, so that's how this guy's
That's
fueled.
the secret too.
Yeah.
Oh, damn.
My favorite with him is how he, if you get him during the open, it's like he convinces you that you can just keep going. Like most of the time you're miserable.
No,
and
no,
like,
he
and-
doesn't.
And well,
He
yeah,
just
and you-
pisses me off.
Yeah, you don't
He's the
want the
worst.
person talking
The
to you.
worst.
You don't want someone telling you like. But Darren somehow like I feel like he's like you're okay, and I'm like I'm not okay. He's like, you're okay, it's fine. I'm like, it's not fine. Okay, maybe it is fine. I don't know if it's fine. You know.
2011, and I've told this story before. I'm not sure if I've told it on the podcast. 2011. We finished the games with that. You did a workout for 2 minutes or 3 minutes, whatever it was. You came back to the start. You did the workout for 6 minutes. It was like like get as far as you can. Come back to the start, and then you do the whole workout, right? So it's 3 separate scored events. I had enough points. So my game plan was to just push, and then hopefully have enough points that it was enough for the final, right? So I'm in the tennis stadium. I'm looking straight out. Darren's up here in the front row in the corner, him and Donovan Degree, which Donovan's been around, was one of the originals with us. Donovan's math whiz, like engineer, smart guy. I'm sitting there. I crushed the first one, crushed the second one. So I'm looking. I'm like, Donovan, I'm trying to.
Give me the okay.
Did I do enough? Donovan's like, he's giving me the you're good. You got it, you're good. Darren, I look at Darren. He's, you gotta go. You gotta go. And I'm like, which one? Donovan's like, no. And it's like, you know, on each shoulder. And I'm like, which one? And I'm already panicked at this point because I'd hurt myself trying to like push these first 2. And that, I'm like, I don't know, you know, because I'd had the problem the year before where thought it was enough, wasn't enough, rope climb, everybody knows that deal. So what do I do? And so I give it all I got. Well, I get down to, because it was one of those chippers that you work it to the end, and then the last thing was the pull. And if you look and watch I think it's in there, I'm pulling this sled, and Donovan's like, you're good. Darren's like, you got, like screaming at me still. At one point I look at him and I'm like, you come pull this sled, Darren. That's all I got. Like, because Darren's yelling at me, you come on. And I'm like, I looked at him, like, this is all I got here.
Yeah, take the rope.
I'm pretty sure if you go back and watch the final event from 11, I look at Darren like, come on, man. This is all I've got. You come pull this sled. Because the sled wouldn't move. It was on that tennis court. It was awful. But
so who was right, Donovan or Darren?
Donovan was 100% right. Darren was like, I knew you'd won, but I didn't want you to make an ass of yourself.
You're like, trust me, I wasn't going to.
Gee, thanks, Darren.
This last year in the Open, every time he's ever judged me, it's just cuss words, just yelling at me.
Really?
Like, he tells me I'm fine.
Anybody else he judges, he's just like, all right, come on, you got this. Come on, pick it up. Rest 3 seconds, pick it up.
You need that.
That's why
I don't think I need that. He's just there because like dropping
I'm saying
F-bombs.
he's cussing you, because you need that.
Well, it was that burpee, the snatch burpee workout from this last Open.
Woof.
I killed the first 5 rounds. I killed it,
then
and then
you
like
died.
A lot of people did.
yeah, and then I was just laying on the ground like that 6th round. I remember on burpee, I was just laying on the ground. He goes, Ben, oh my God, you are embarrassing me. He's like, he's just yelling.
So Darren.
He's like, you're doing so bad. He's like, oh my God, Ben, it's been 12 minutes. You're not even done the whole time. And I was hurting. I was hurting really bad.
It escalated quickly. That was
I was dizzy and
I don't like him as my
You're
my Open judge.
well, he probably won't be here this year, so. He'll be here for some
No.
Yeah. Every time he comes down here, though, I really do
coach
miss.
you, Ben.
I realize how much I miss him.
I miss Darren.
know.
Yeah.
Did you have fun with him this weekend?
Yeah, had a great time. It's been good because, I mean, honestly, when he lived here, I've spent more time with him and actually got to hang out with him more since he's left. We just didn't really hang out when he was here. So it's been good to just hang out and have some fun. Although they were like, yeah, we're going to leave at like 9 in the morning. We'll probably see you in the morning before, because we went out to eat, and then they ended up going out to Red Silo. They wanted to see if Sarge was there, because Sarge was always there.
Yeah.
And I was like, I'm going home, going to bed. And I got up the next morning because Trice, of course, was, hey, Dad, won't get out. So I get up, walk out there, and they'd already left. And so I was like, dang. But
Did they get to go kart with you guys this weekend? I was
a little bit.
interested to see the level difference, because they go kart now too, and you guys go kart.
Yeah,
and
but
different
they're
tracks.
different dirt. Yeah, they're dirt. We're asphalt. It was a cluster F this weekend trying to ride karts. The level 2 was going on, so we were trying to ride
While
around.
you're riding?
Yeah, oh yeah.
Oh, nice.
We waited till like 4, so it was
The
just a
sonar
workout.
staff's probably like, these people aren't even paying attention.
Yeah. And so, but we had a lot of mechanical problems this weekend.
Okay.
Oh, no.
There were 6 of us out there, and so 3 or 4 carts ran really well, and then we tried to get all 6 at one time, and we came into the first turn, and Brian wiped out.
Oh, no.
Which I had to evasive maneuver around him. Billings, I think it was Brian. And then Brian's chain got thrown off, and then Matt's chain got thrown. Like it was a rough.
Yeah.
We only had probably 3 or 4 carts of the 6 running at most of the time, but it's still a ton of fun. It's
Tough
so
day at the
much fun.
track.
It was a tough day at the track. It was a real tough day. At the
Well,
track.
so if cars are parked there, what's the risk of you guys like spinning out and hitting a car?
I didn't think very high, but I almost did. Like I said, because they were all in the center.
Yeah.
And so the problem is we get this speed bump that we have to take out, and it comes off that wall right there. And so Matt came out wide, and I'm on the inside of him, and he cut in hard left. And so to miss him, I cut hard left and locked the brakes up. Well, it spun me, and somehow I spun between 2 cars.
Oh,
and
my
right in the middle. And I didn't think anything of it and took off. And then they were like, we almost hit those cars. And I'm like, oh, yeah, we did. Oh, didn't we?
Guess
Like
we
that
did.
might end poorly.
Yeah.
Uh-oh.
Yeah.
Trice Man this morning when I pulled up to the barn. I love my Trice Man stories.
I love it.
He's hollering from the driveway, "Hey Jim, you got any gum?" Like he always
Yeah.
does. And then I said yes, and he goes, "Eh," and ran back in the house. He didn't even
Too
come.
far, man.
And he's like, "Nah,
It's too far.
Get
Not
that
worth
later."
your gum.
I love it. Yeah.
What did he say to you today? Something.
I can't remember, but
The woods?
No, I think we talked about it in the beginning about him just like going out. He's like going out in the woods on the weekends.
Oh, yeah.
Oh, yeah.
But one time I was driving away and he was like on by the porch and I saw him like running towards me. And so I stopped and rolled down the window. He's like, "You got any gum?" I'm like,
Hey, you got gum?
"No."
I'm leaving.
I'm like, "Bye."
Who was it the other day? He was like, hey, I got prize.
Prize.
I got prize in my pocket.
Okay.
And he go, got a knife. And it's his hand.
It's his hand.
Hey, I got prize. It's in my pocket.
He cracks me up.
I got a knife. I got knife.
My
I know I'm on a mission to like, "Trice, will you give me a hug?" And he's like, no.
No.
Every time
You
I'm
got
like,
gum?
"Here's an orange. You want a hug?" He's like, no.
So he won't just hug you.
He won't give me a hug.
Boy.
I'm
Violet
working on it.
probably will.
Oh, Violet, for sure.
Violet's the sweetest. If peeing your pants is cool, consider me Trice Froning. No, it's consider me Miles Davis, but still. You know what else is cool? Our new apparel. And wow, look at all this other gear we're going to release this month. I don't have that.
There's so
gear,
much
but
good
it is
stuff.
really cool. Bunches and bunches of shirts. It says hold up kids shirts. I don't have those. These are now released. Socks, hold socks up. I don't have those too. 2 colorways coming soon. Stickers, hold
Ooh,
up
yeah.
stickers.
Look, sticker, computer.
Original Froning
Holographic
sticker.
ones coming soon. Just wow. There's actually a ton of stickers. Mayhem
They're
stickers and Froning Farms stickers. There's some really cool.
They're
of
really
both
cool.
stickers. We actually have the original, the Rich Froning senior shirt coming out as well.
Ooh, I saw that sticker. It
fun.
looked good. I saw
What's
the
on
It
it?
looks
The
good.
front is, I think it's an American flag CrossFit Mayhem or Mayhem Nation. It's on I think a green shirt, and then the back is the eagle that's on his forearm
Okay, that's
with
cool.
an American flag behind it.
It's
Definitely
so
want one of
cool.
those.
Oh, is that going to become his uniform, you think? You think he'll start wearing it every day?
No, he's not going to pass up on his button-up
Ah.
camo cut
Truly.
off.
That thing is,
Come on.
it's pretty
If we
heavy.
can find those things,
You guys should have put, not
How would
really,
those-
a pocket in his
Yeah.
shirt because
Yeah.
that's like what he needs.
we should have
He
put a pocket in
definitely-
that shirt for
Oh
sure.
yeah.
Like those old school
The
t-shirts
cigarette
with like the
pocket.
pocket.
Yeah.
Well, there's still you can get pocket
You can do
tees.
that, yeah.
Yeah, it could still happen. That's a great idea.
O'Doyle rules. So does the RP Diet app. You guys figure out where these are coming from? No.
Yes.
Doyle.
movie?
Billy Madison.
Madison.
Nice. The RP Diet app has
For the win.
customizable plans.
Okay.
Whether you're trying to compete in fitness, gain muscle, or just lose some fat to look better for beach season, search RP Diet app in the App Store. Use referral code FRONING to save 33% on your subscription. Don't forget to find them on Instagram at RP Strength. It is actually really cool. You can set up what times you want to eat, and it will remind you, hey, you need to eat, which for me is actually a good. This next one's really creepy. And I'm not going to read it like it says.
You know what's really weird?
What?
Saturday, I didn't eat until like 6 p.m.
Yeah.
Wow.
Just wasn't hungry.
You can do that sometimes on
Yeah.
fasting. If
Yeah.
you don't do a ton, like working out, I'm like, all right. I'm
Yeah, I didn't work out. Wasn't even hungry till 6.
You get busy, yeah.
Yeah.
Well, then how long did you eat for after that? Were you hungry the next day?
No,
Did you backload or you were just like,
I was
"Man,
really
not-"
hungry today.
Gotcha.
Yeah.
I just didn't know if there was, residual effects.
No.
What's wrong with this next ad?
Oh, you just wait.
Oh, okay.
It's just creepy.
It's creepy.
Oh,
All right.
you just
Well,
not ready for it yet.
I
Okay.
think it's good.
Yeah.
So I read another thing. I read a lot of Wall Street Journal and random magazines.
When do you have the time?
I read them in the mornings. I fell into that trap one day of like I ordered something and it was like, for $1 each, would you like these free magazine subscriptions? So now I have like 7 subscriptions. I have National Geographic. I have like Travel and Leisure. I have Martha. I have like just way too many magazines. So anyway, one of them, I wanted to get your guys' opinion on this because it was saying, what do you think the average cost of a gym membership is per year? But we're gonna go into gym equipment, how much it costs at your house. But what do you think the average cost per, not CrossFit, just a regular gym membership costs people with the underlying fees per year?
$50
a year?
Oh,
A
a year.
month,
Sorry,
a
so
month.
600.
Yeah.
Yeah, probably around there.
Yeah,
1,000.
maybe $25 a month times a year.
I'm saying 50 tops.
You're close. $6.96 based on a $58 with the,
Really
the
close.
fees and that's
$1.
Yeah.
I went over. Dang it.
So the whole article is about the fact that like people work out for like 2 months and they stop working out and you waste all this money. So the argument of the article is people should have home gyms, and I'm like, this must be an old article because there's no
Before
equipment left
COVID?
on the internet. But look at this is their list of, I want to see what you think they think the price of equipment is and the actual price. So it goes through activity, item, and cost. So burpees, obviously free. Running, walking, running shoes. What do you think the average cost of running shoe is?
$100.
Sure.
I would have said the same. No, they say $50. I'm like,
Nope.
is this from like the 90s? Okay, jump rope. How much do you think a jump rope costs?
$30 or 10,
Yeah,
$15
for like a
honestly,
regular
crappy
one.
They
Yeah.
put 10, and I'm like, an RX market jump rope is 100.
That's
Yeah,
different.
but- yeah.
Yeah.
But I still would have said like
It's a
50 for
performance
like
rope.
a speed rope.
Yeah, but they're going low end.
Yeah.
Probably Amazon.
Yeah.
You can get one for
Yeah.
sure.
Okay, they do push-ups, squats. Okay, free pull-ups. What do you think they think a pull-up bar costs?
$30.
Yeah, because you can do those ones in the
The
door.
the door mount.
Yeah.
$20. But I still thought it was like $100.
Well, I thought that
What's
would
You're
be
getting
more
like
too.
a
bar?
rogue
Like,
rig. It's gonna.
Rogue has,
80?
Rogue has some good ones that you just put over the door.
Oh, nice.
You
Okay.
guys are just
What is
more
it?
I
tuned.
know that.
Oh,
Pull up bar.
Missed that. Oh.
Okay.
Yeah, even those anchored ones can't be that expensive. The ones that you just anchor into the wall.
Oh, yeah.
PM4, PM5,
There's like a header in
PM3.
most door frames, right?
Yep.
Yeah.
Yoga mat, which I thought was
$30.
You can get those at TJ Maxx.
I really don't know anything
20.
about that.
Yeah.
Resistance bands. What do you think a box of resistance? I actually just bought some of these. the other day.
$30.
How do you know what the price of everything? 20.
You should go on
Price
Prices
is
Right.
Right.
You're like winning
It's like
the
you know
prices right
fitness or
now.
something.
Although
it's
this
like this is my life for the past 12 years.
No.
okay, this is where it gets
Although I
interesting.
haven't bought any fitness equipment.
I was gonna
equipment
say.
in years, but
Right.
still.
Oh, so remember,
Thanks, Rogue Fitness.
Plug.
think in terms of general population. Weightlifting, a dumbbell set. What do you think they say the average price of a dumbbell set is?
Well, are you saying from like 5s up to 50s?
It doesn't tell you. It
Is
just
it
says
adjustable
dumbbell.
dumbbells?
It just says dumbbell set.
I don't even want to say anything now. You
But you're
hitting it
thinking
out of
the
the park
average
here.
population. So what weights would the average population be?
$50.
Probably to 20s or 25. So you're saying 125, 150 bucks?
Oh, shoot.
$100?
What in the? I'm like, that's like a really expensive thing. $100. There, you cannot buy a dumbbell set for $100.
Man, I'm on fire.
Okay, well this one threw me. An adjustable bench. Actually, just bought
No,
one
you
this
get
year.
those crappy ones at like
I know exactly which ones you're talking
Walmart.
about.
So like 75 bucks, $100.
Silver. What do you think?
Yeah, I was gonna say 65, 70 bucks. is what I
No,
was
this one
thinking.
they overshot 150.
Oh,
Oh.
okay. You could have went nicer. I mean.
Yeah.
Okay,
Little upgrade.
this is the big one. This is for all the marbles here. So if you go over, you're out of here. Olympic bar and plates.
Olympic
Oh,
bar?
they're going Olympic bar.
And
Well, their
plates.
Olympic bar is probably the screw-on crappy barbell. So you're saying about
Made by
$100
Cap.
bucks plus the plates, $1 a pound.
Depends on how many plates.
Yeah, I mean,
Average people that not
100,
average. you get what I'm
150
saying.
bucks.
250.
Okay,
That's-
that's
that's
150,
within
200.
range.
That's what I was gonna
But
go with.
250. I'm like Olympic bar. You can't even buy an Olympic bar for
it's-
250.
They're talking. They still call it an Olympic bar. Those one like the
Yeah.
original bar I had those little the screw on.
Yep.
You do like 15 power cleans. Like, hey, screw that bar back on.
Yeah.
Remember
I've
those
never
days?
seen one of those.
You've never seen one of those? That's what we
No.
started with.
So in between the sweat, you'd have to tighten it up.
When we would, we'd do grace. Say grace. You'd hit like 15 reps, and the screw would fall out, and then the collar would start sliding off, and you'd have to jam it on there, and Darren would screw it in, and I'd have to do the same thing for him. And
That's funny.
it was
you guys had
pre-Again
videos of
Faster,
that.
pre-Rogue, all that
Yeah.
stuff, and you're just, I mean, it was what we had, you know.
Right.
We were working in the back of Dad's barn, and
Where'd you buy that stuff from back before?
had a buddy
Rogue?
that had a barbell at his house, and instead of in his basement, he's like, I'll bring it up to the house. So, I mean, we would do, stupid stuff. And
Didn't you have a wooden rig too?
we did have a wood, so we started out with just, pull-up bar that's at the barn.
Yeah.
Something similar to that, but it was even smaller than that. It was only like 2 pull-up spots wide, and it was just 2x4s hanging from the rafters with a, kind of a brace. But yeah, we had a rig that was,
The barn had thick.
it didn't, you couldn't squat on it, so it was just for pull-ups or bar muscle-ups. And it was 6x6s. So big, 6x6s, and there was like, it looked like a freaking castle. I wish I had a picture of it. Somewhere we do, but it was like,
castle.
there was 9 posts. So you had 3, 3, and 3. There was a pull-up bar to each on the outside, and then to the inside, and then from each.
Where was this?
Awesome. At our first Mayhem location.
Dang.
That's crazy.
It was cool. We actually did some workouts where you had, because it was, and then up above it, there was like a header basically above it. So you'd have to, we did workouts where you had to go up and over the top.
Oh.
Because you had to like pull, bar muscle up, grab up,
Oh, that's
up, over, and
That
down.
is wild.
Yeah, we did some stupid work. Oh, man. We were talking about Donovan, actually. We were doing a workout, and Doc Phillips and Darren were partners. This was, I mean, back in like the old days.
Yeah, this
was
is
just like
the
trying to have
beginning.
something like, oh yeah, let's do this. So one person had to overhead carry a barbell, 95 pounds for like 200 meters. The other person was doing as many up and overs as they could on the rig. Donovan, anything overhead holding was terrible, right? And so Doc goes out and comes back, and Doc, I mean, he's actually incredibly fit, but
Yeah.
95 pounds was heavy for him.
Yeah.
He gets back in, and Darren had done like 10, 12 maybe up and overs. I'm at 30, and Donovan's still not back. And so he comes in. I'm like, where the hell have you been? He's like, you try it. So that's like, anytime anything happens, we're like, you try it. He got 6 up and overs by the time I got back. I was pissed. I wanted to fight him.
That's so funny.
You try
You try it. So anytime anything happens, we're like, you try it.
By the way, the other day, I forgot. I'll forget this before Haley gets in here next time, but she tried to speak up the other day when you guys were giving her a hard time. And I just barely overheard her because remember she was saying that she's waking up at 3 o'clock in the morning and getting on TikTok or whatever.
Yeah.
And you were giving her a hard time about it. So everything kind of started to kind of go back and the workout started to happen. And I heard her say, and she kind of looked at me and she said, I feel like you guys are much older than me, and so in the nicest way, shut up.
I respectfully tell you to shut your mouth.
So in the nicest way.
She's like,
And then she picked up the barbell and went back to work. I was like,
yeah.
there you go, Hales.
Yeah, I adore her. I'm like, you probably shouldn't be getting on your phone at 3 in the morning, even if
I
you
feel like
wake
you're
up.
much
Just
older
for
than me.
fun.
There's the dude right there.
There he is. Trice man.
What's wrong, boy? You want a iPad? No. Come here. Come here, then. Come here.
Trice, I'm sure you have. We have some. Could
Trice.
have some food for thought today from Trice.
A triceruption.
A Trice.
Ooh.
Oh, so many
That's good.
I
his
still
name.
think there's a chance to do a Trice cam. I mean,
We've got to
Yeah.
figure that out. I may just have you one day just follow.
it would be
We
so
decided
Can you
funny.
today
imagine?
that we're gonna start uploading every day on the YouTube.
Start what?
Uploading every day on YouTube.
Oh, wow.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's going to be a
So
tall
that'll
order.
be some good content.
How are we
can-
going to do that?
Just vlog style stuff.
Oh.
I mean, no rhyme or reason. Rory said it could be random. Just
Oh.
want to get something out every day.
Nice.
Yeah.
I like it.
Trice
I don't-
cam.
I don't know
Trice
if you really want to commercialize your son, but
No.
Yeah.
No.
No.
Well, and
Yeah, we do.
everybody wants like a Tractor Trice shirt.
that's what I
Yeah.
was going
And
to say.
what the only thing that I said is what I would do is any money taken from that, I'd put it in a college fund.
Oh, that's
Between the
cool.
3 of
Yeah.
them, like
Yeah,
we could
that'd
make a
be
Violet
cool.
shirt, a Trice
Good
shirt,
idea.
a
That'd be
Lakeland
awesome.
Those
shirt.
would be good.
And then because they all have college funds set up,
Right.
And it's even like it's set up to where they have to use it in some way, shape, or form for college. So like, say they get a scholarship
Yeah.
for buying a house or whatever
Yeah.
in there, but if they don't use it for something school related, I get
Yeah.
it back.
That's cool.
Trice, Dad
He would wear that
claws.
shirt every day.
Do what?
He would wear his shirt every day.
Oh yeah,
probably.
Tractor Trice.
Yeah.
You could even maybe throw a little piece of that to charity or
Yeah,
something
for
that
sure,
would be.
for sure. some type of adoption.
Yeah.
Something, yeah.
Oh,
He's
that'd
so
be really
funny
cool.
though. I mean, the
Adopt
kid.
together.
Oh,
He
he's
could-
so
cracks
funny.
me up.
Oh, he's such an idiot.
Yeah.
I love him. Dad, we don't say idiot. That's usually.
He got on me. What did I say? It wasn't even bad the other
I think it
day.
was crap.
Crap. Yeah, I said
Yeah.
crap or something.
We don't
He was
say
like,
crap.
No, he was on me about it. Yeah. I was like, oh, okay.
Well, so he's caught up between gosh and God. Like he hears people, he's like, God. And I'm like, hey, we don't say that unless we're praying.
Right.
And so now, even when I pray, if we pray, he's like, Dad, we don't say God. I'm like, that's a bad word. I'm like, it's not a bad word.
Dear gosh.
Yep.
You're just saying it at the wrong
And then
time, son.
Earlier he goes, damn it. And I said, what do you don't say that. He goes, my daddy says that. I'm like, yes, because I'm a grown-ass man. Yeah.
How does he respond to soap now? Is it still working or no?
We haven't used it in a while,
So
honestly.
he's over the
He hasn't been doing the
No.
thing as
Oh,
much, so.
yeah.
Doesn't do that as much, and he doesn't. What was the other thing he doesn't?
My
like,
daddy
Say
says
that,
it.
yeah.
raspberry or whatever. My dad says that. I'm like,
You're like,
I'm a grown man. I can do what I
Yeah.
want
Yeah.
within reason.
Yes.
Yeah, he's something else. And then Violet's just sweet.
So
Violet,
sweet.
the
She's
sweetest.
so-
there's one
sweet.
thing you and Senior were talking about him being big, and he came over and he's like, you know, when I'm big, I'll be do this.
He goes, Dad, I'm big.
Yeah.
I'm like,
and
you're
I'm
big,
like,
son.
no.
I'm like, you're big.
Oh my gosh.
They were. You guys were finishing a workout. I was sitting taking a phone call on the outside out by the targets, and Trice is running, and the girls are in the Razor, and Lakeland's driving.
Yep.
And Trice is really happy, and he's hollering, and Lakeland's following him.
Oh yeah, trying
And
to
she's
run them down.
getting well. But she's not.
Yeah.
She could have run him over, you
Right.
know. But she's laughing. But she's got this really stoic face, and your younger one's laughing, and Trice is laughing. They run all the way to me. Trice runs into me, kind of grabbing hold of me, and Lakeland pulls up, slams on the brakes, and she winks at me, and she goes, "I'm not gonna hit it." And then she puts that thing in reverse and takes off.
Surprising.
Yeah, I was like, okay, good to know.
I'm not gonna hit him.
She kind of whispered it
driver,
too.
though. Like she really does drive better than like most 16-year-olds.
Actually, all of them. are
Even
pretty-
Violet, I know,
Violet's
I'm like-
actually a pretty decent driver now as well.
That was the best day ever, though, when you said that she hadn't driven before. She was mad at Lakeland or someone, and the car was there, so she looked at everyone, and she gets in it, and she throws it in it, and you were like, she hasn't driven before. And then she just took off. I was like, that's amazing.
Yeah.
She could have hit a couple things on the way up, but like it was still like,
That's
I don't
pretty
care what
good,
you guys
though.
think.
There
I'm
you go.
driving. It was awesome.
Tell me what I can and can't do.
Yeah,
Yeah. She's like, I'm mad. I'm out of here. See you guys
hilarious.
later.
it's good stuff.
Jim, I thought I
Rich?
was your snack pack. Like I said.
That's
I
awful.
love snack
That's
packs.
awkward.
Unfortunately, Inside Tracker told me not to eat snack packs anymore, but I feel so much better when I don't eat them. Inside Tracker analyzes your blood, DNA, and lifestyle choices to give you an ultra-personalized nutrition plan so you can meet your goals. Last time they analyzed my blood, man, why did they leave that in there? No, I'm not putting that in there. Go to InsideTracker.com and use Mayhem at checkout for 20%. 20% off. 1/5 off. Any plan plus free inner age if you go with the ultimate.
That's awesome.
Actually, Roy texted me we have a blood draw due.
Yay. For our inside tracker?
Yep.
Check
When?
Are
out
you
it.
going to do it this time or are you going to freak out?
I'm going to do it at,
Yeah, you need it.
You think?
I probably won't cry this time, so
Probably. I like
Maybe
that.
no tears.
fingers crossed.
Leave some room.
The
for
last
some
time I was
tears.
fine until my blood stopped coming out of my body.
It stopped? What do you mean it
The,
stopped?
the vial stopped like
The
filling.
resin- She ran out of blood.
I did.
Were you like, oh, that is
Well,
strange.
it is because your heart stopped. You know that,
I don't
right?
know. But whatever happened, they're like, oh, it's not coming out.
So what did you do?
Well, they said they would have to like stop and re-stick me, so I just started crying. Naturally. Anyways, moving on.
To get
Naturally,
restuck, though, that's
naturally.
not like...
Naturally.
That stinks.
It was fine.
That's a bummer.
Everyone was really comforting.
So funny.
Hey,
Whatever, you
is there
still
another ad or?
Shut up. We've got the greatest popcorn of all time. Let's see if I can not screw this up. Back to school, to prove to Dad that I'm not a fool. I've got my popcorn packed up and my Nano Froning X tied tight.
Oh, yeah.
I hope
Wow.
I don't get in a fight.
Good one.
Oh, back to school, back to school. It is available in both original and protein flavors as a snack the whole family can enjoy without any added chemicals or other garbage. Go follow them on Instagram at Kettlebros and use the discount code Froning for 10% off your entire order at kettlebros.com. I feel like we've gone from 30% to 20% to 10.
I was wondering.
I hope that one stays one more week. That was fun.
The Kettlebro ads are the best ones.
That was a good one.
We're gonna tell the writers they're doing a
I
great
hope
job there.
That one needs to stay for another.
Those are
couple.
solid.
That was
fun.
tough, actually. That was a little. I got
like
my
that you
popcorn
sung it,
packed
too.
up and my Nano Froning X tied tight. It's hard.
It was good.
It was good.
You did.
I like that one. That could be my favorite.
Hey Ben, are those ear pods worth getting?
Yes.
By the way, the new ones.
They are.
They
I
are?
mean, I don't have anything to compare them to. I mean, they're pretty good.
They're,
Okay.
Do you have them,
Actually,
Tasia?
no. I
Yeah.
used yours for Haley's Rogue Invitational, and they would die in like 30 minutes.
Really?
Yeah. These are really good. They last a long time.
What's
I don't
your
know if that
Tasia?
matters.
We're not
Oh, I
sponsored
love
by
them.
them, but I just been thinking about
Wish we were
investing.
sponsored by Apple,
The
right?
Yeah,
the
for
new
sure.
things that go in your ear is much better than the old one. You know what I'm talking about? The plastic one. So they stay in your ears.
Yeah.
Because I get super sweaty.
Yeah. The only thing is, though, like when I get really sweaty, like they do fall out.
Yeah.
I have
But
to have the
I mean,
wraparound
that's
ones.
expected.
But even the
You
other
do?
ones, right?
Yeah,
When-
I
Yeah.
can't hand like I just don't even. That's one of those things that like when you're working out or doing something like nothing used to irritate me more if you're on a run and like every 4 steps you're like.
and
hitting
those ones
yourself
have
in the
noise
head, like,
canceling too.
I
Yeah.
think they're like
Those do, wow.
$250 or something though. I was like, wow.
Wow.
Aren't they
Noise
that much?
canceling though hurts my ears. I don't know
What?
how. Yeah. When I turn it on, it makes my
Too
ears.
silent.
I don't know. No,
Making your
I
ears
think
ring?
how it works is they shoot frequency out so that it blocks out
Into
the
your
noise.
brain?
Yeah.
Oh my gosh, that can't be
Really?
good for you.
I'm pretty sure. I mean, it's got to be how it works. I mean,
I don't know.
They shoot
They just-
frequency?
yeah,
I've never
like
heard that
you
before.
know that frequency like most people can't hear. I think they do that
The
because
dog
it blocks
frequency?
out.
The
Huh?
dog whistle frequency?
I don't know. I don't know how it works, but it does hurt my ears.
Oh,
I can't
well.
turn it on.
Hey, speaking of conspiracies.
Yes.
Oh.
The CDC? Is that what you're
No,
gonna say?
CDC is a good one too. I don't know if we should get
That's
into
not
that.
conspiracy.
Probably
that's,
not.
No,
What?
that's just
CDC came out
public
today and
knowledge.
said 94, and I'm not condoning or we're not.
It's on the website.
You're
I'm
giving us
reporting the
objective
news.
information.
I'm reporting the news.
Yes, it's
Reporter
not
Read the
political.
teleprompter. Teleprompter says 94% of COVID deaths in the U.S. had underlying causes. Take it for what you want. We're not going to talk about it after that, but
Only
talk-
6% were from actually just COVID alone, nothing else.
okay.
Wow.
I'm not,
And it was old people.
and we're done. Hey,
Okay.
we're not-
No.
This is public
Out of-
knowledge. I'm just
public
saying.
knowledge. Yep.
So out of 164,000 deaths from COVID, it was actually only 9,000.
So what about the
Interesting.
thing that I sent you about Brittany though?
What's going on?
Tell
us.
What am I saying? Like I'm a
Tell-
freaking
tell
genius.
us. Tell us.
Ben.
Honestly, I didn't even look. I just read it. I didn't click on it. But
Her sister has filed for power of attorney, right? Is that what it
trying to take control of her assets, or basically what her dad does is what her sister's trying to get
Because her dad
Because her-
is controlling
using
her?
her. Yes.
But I mean, you
wow.
look
I
at
try to tell you guys
I
this,
don't
and everybody
know.
thinks
I
I'm
just thought it
crazy.
was
Okay.
No, I did think you were crazy until I saw that her voice changed from way back before.
But she's
her
not
dad-
like you look at her old videos of how she used to like
It's very
dance
different.
and sing.
She
She
reached-
was still really good. There's no reason
She
she
reached
has
my
no
teleprompter.
limitations. So it seems bizarre that she can't do what she used
I
to
read
do.
from a teleprompter.
I mean, like her dad, like, he's like, hey, you gotta. He basically wants to uphold her image from like when she was 20, I guess, like the high pitched voice. You know, she works out like crazy, so she kind of looks the same, I guess, even though she kind of looks rough. But
Yeah, I mean,
Yeah.
I don't really know
She
what's
looks
going
rough.
on.
she's
obviously,
being
but-
used to capitalize, and her dad's keeping the money. Versus
Did you see that there were some 2 big child sex trafficking rings that were brought down in Michigan, I think in Georgia?
what I say? September.
Yeah.
Here we
Ben,
are.
all
What was the
conspiracies are coming through.
what was one that didn't come true though? There was one the other day
Trump.
that Trump's death
Yeah.
or something.
Yeah, that I mean,
That
I
didn't
didn't really.
happen.
I wasn't invested in that one because there's not much out there, but.
I mean, I was
interesting.
storing guns, bullets, and food just in
then
case.
JJ said I didn't go to sleep.
And then we talked about the
And then
Q.
nothing.
And Trump got a reporter asked him if he was part of the QAnon.
Okay.
Yep.
And he now he's only reposting people with the letter Q in their name.
Oh.
But
Go look at
he
it.
was like, "Is that a good thing?" They're like, "Well, they're saying that you're, blah blah blah." And he's like, "So I'm helping people," and they said, "Yes." And he said, "Then that's a good thing." And so then, of course, Trump's reading into these conspiracy theories, and you're just like, "Oh,
Oh
come
man.
on."
Why do they call them conspiracy though? Like I don't get it. Like if there's fact to them, why is it called
There's
a
not
conspiracy?
a ton of fact.
I mean, maybe I'm not that stuff, but like some of the
Yeah,
like
Some of the
questionable.
stuff, yeah, no,
That's a
I
good
agree. I
answer.
don't know.
like the
Fake
CDC
news,
stuff.
man.
Like that's on the website. It wasn't in the media
Yeah, that's not a
because it wasn't
conspiracy, but-
publicized, but like that's on the CDC.gov website.
Maybe because people in the beginning, it's not, but people saying whatever about Corona or the theories behind it, it fell into that category, even though what you're relaying is objective.
One of the best ways.
Why didn't the cases skyrocket after all the BLM protests? Like that one in LA where the whole road was full of people. You know what I'm talking about?
Yeah.
I mean,
I don't know.
I'm not.
Yeah, we should probably.
We're not.
Yeah,
We're gonna steer away
we're not
from anything.
experts.
I want to know.
We're here to have fun for an hour,
We are.
not to deter people or pick a side.
You're right. This is a good.
It's
time.
you know
But
what?
no, I agree. I do. There are part of me, or is part of me, that is like, okay, but some of the stuff did skyrocket when we had all those protests. So.
Did it? I didn't notice.
It's kind of funny because everybody has a right to do whatever they want to do.
Mm-hmm.
Everybody, whether
Research.
you're an athlete or whatever
Yep.
you are, But it is nice sometimes just to turn something on and laugh and have fun. Because
Oh
so
my
many
gosh, yeah.
things from sports to all this
and
now
I
that
do
are.
feel like we have a platform, so we need to at least give fact. But I don't want to get. I'm
Right.
sorry. I don't.
And we do that though.
Yeah, we do.
We do that in other places. and-
Exactly. But
Other
this
ways.
is something that we're going to try to have some fun. And yes, there are people hurting on both sides of both of those issues that you just talked about, and so try to help where we can.
Yeah.
But I don't want to
It's
get too
good.
deep into it.
No. What are you having for lunch today, Tasia?
Chick-fil-A market salad, not sponsored, from Elly.
I'd take a Chick-fil-A sponsorship.
I was just
Yeah,
looking
no
out there on the table, and one of the
So I
girls out
think-
there has a.
Chipotle.
Chipotle already.
That's a good one.
Total.
Those
You
are
were
two of my
like-
go-tos.
Yeah, that's like the Cookville go-tos, though. Honestly.
What do you have?
What?
I was just gonna
Ben was
say
about to start
it
saying
is on our radar to do the ranch chocolate.
Ranch
thing
chocolate,
for
maybe
Yeah.
this
maybe the
week.
next podcast.
Yep.
If we do it Wednesday or whenever you come back from your trip,
Yeah.
I'll miss you. I'm sorry.
So if there's anything
Ben
you
was
guys
supposed
think,
to go on our trip.
Oh,
Whatever.
What happened?
Why would you not go on the trip?
I wasn't ever supposed to go. I was just offered to
Ben
go.
works for us. We have a videographer. He was supposed to go. Now we have to pay somebody else separate because Ben won't go.
Why won't you go?
I got too much going on.
I offered to have somebody assist him with his house, and I was
Oh.
going to pay for it.
Oh.
But here's the thing: is like I'll have it done before I come back and appraise, which is what has to be done.
You said the 15th, and we will be back the 11th.
I know, but I want to have it appraised before the 15th. Oh, it needs to be appraised before the 15th.
Well, I'm just telling you.
Otherwise, I'm going to pay another fat interest payment.
So this is what he has to do is like a
Hey,
legitimate.
it's like that thing Brian sent us in that you didn't see it, but it was like the Instagram message where it's sometimes you just gotta say no. I'm a guy I don't really say no much, so this is me saying no.
Wow.
I gotta do it next time.
It's kind of your job. We told you ahead of time, and we offered to help you out. So
Okay.
consider that the last time, Ben.
It got really tense in here all of a sudden.
Hey, do you know that the Tour de
It's not the
France
last
is
time.
still happening, and they're
saw
doing it
that.
with traveling bubbles?
But they're not 6 feet apart.
No. During the race, they're just winging it. But apparently,
just
all
kidding.
the people in the Tour de France are germaphobes anyway, and they don't even like shake hands after the races and stuff because they work so hard throughout the year to make it to that race and stay healthy because it's, the tour, whatever.
Right.
But so they were
I
all
saw
like
that on yesterday, and I was like, I wonder if that's live or last year.
No, they
Are they
They get
actually doing the
22
same route?
I believe
Either way.
so. They still
Limit?
stay in like different places each night, but it's like they literally described it as traveling bubbles. Each person gets 22 people in their like cohort, and they go like they can
Stay
only
in
be
RVs
within
and
that.
stuff, or what?
Yeah, they said it was a bubble. I don't know if they're really making bubbles or tents or whatever, but they usually have like gourmet buffets and crazy things throughout that whatever, and they're just not. So
The two things that always strike me about that one, I love the dash to the finish. So that's one of the things in sport I
love
like.
Tour de
Like when they're, I don't really like to watch all of it and
Yeah.
all the thing, but at the
Those
end
are
when they
cool.
turn it on and they're all racing for the line, I like to watch that.
It's just hard for me
finish
to
of each.
follow. Like,
Yeah.
it's not hard to follow, I guess.
Yeah.
just watch the finish, the hills, and
It's
the TT
long.
races, and that's the stuff that's all close. Watching the peloton for hours is
Yeah, I don't do that.
like it's cool to see the different places they go to and how close the fans are, but it's not like you're gonna.
It's
watch
kind of
sprint to
amazing
finish.
at the end though, after they've ridden that far, like who's got it left?
Yeah.
You got like 50 yards or whatever it is, and who's gonna
To
be
do that many
that
miles
dude?
as fast as they're doing it is
Yeah.
incredible.
No,
It,
it's
like,
an incredible feat. I'm just saying.
The dude who won the stage that I watched was a French guy, and it's just so the body types are so different.
Yeah.
They're so the arms are so small.
so little, but their legs are
They're
like
so-
tree
Yeah.
trunks.
Yeah, it was just kind of
Well, tree trunks
I would-
compared to what
Yeah.
their
Yeah.
upper body
I
looks
get
like.
that is
Yeah,
fair.
you don't wanna
Not
be top
compared to,
heavy
like, you
on that
guys,
bike.
but-
yeah. That
right?
he like the dude was like on the winner's stand or whatever, and he was like
that's a
really
good
a skinny
point.
kind of little guy. And it's not bad.
No,
It is
no,
that
no, it's
sport,
just
you know.
different. Yeah.
I was just like, oh wow, that's different.
So
It's
you're like-
incredible what they can, like, I mean, I can't.
What's
do
even
this.
like some of the triathletes that we did that run or that event with, and you're just like, wow, they have no upper body mass, and some of them are a little soft through the middle, but
Yeah.
they're super
Yeah.
fit. You're just like,
Yeah.
Yeah.
cardio
Because
wise,
it's a body weight to ratio,
Yeah,
but like
yeah, for
where
sure.
can you maximize power output but still be you
Yeah.
still have to be light, which is
Yeah, because if you look at like even swimmers in the Olympics, like women especially, like they're not like super jacked up, right? They're kind of softer, but they have
they're
muscle
softer,
mass.
but
Yeah.
like the women swimmers are like they have very broad
Sure.
shoulders.
Yeah.
Typically.
yeah.
They had a
Crazy.
continuum here in town.
You just
Like,
think, sorry, but you just think somebody that works out that much would be like
yeah.
yeah,
ripped.
Yeah.
yeah.
No
But-
butts either, by the way. Just because I don't know if it's the glute firing of like, I mean, I was a runner forever, and I have runner friends, and I look and I'm like, what in the? But it's just I don't know if it's the power side. I
Right.
have no idea, but it's crazy.
There was a little local continuum, like bike race here in town, and that was cool. I went
Crit?
over.
Crit.
Yeah.
Those are cool.
Criterium.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Yeah.
criterion.
Yeah, I
race.
said it wrong. Yeah, I don't know anything about it.
Same thing.
Those
It
are
was fun to watch, though. It was cool to see that, like, as it got into the more professional
that's
levels.
the one event at the games
You would have wanted
That
to.
would
that I
have been fun.
would have loved.
That would have been so
to
cool.
do.
You would have crushed that.
Would
That
have
would have
loved to
You
do
would-
because it takes stupidity
Yeah.
as well as some fitness, but also like knowing draft and stuff. It looked like a NASCAR race at Daytona or Talladega to me, and I would have loved that.
Yeah.
Wouldn't have been a great workout for me.
Pretty good workout. Might not have been a good finish.
Yeah, exactly.
What's
Because
the,
I mean, you can be if you're 2 to 3 people back from the lead person, you're doing nothing.
Yeah.
You're working at 50%.
yeah.
Because you don't have to
Yeah.
pedal because of the draft and all that stuff.
So you just have to be able to
Just have to
sprint.
be able to be right there with the person and stay on their wheel.
Wasn't it
and not
kind of
lose
like
it.
that with like people got grouped up?
Yeah.
Kind of. And
Yeah.
But aren't like the actual crit races? Correct me if I'm wrong, because it's been a really long time.
I
But
don't know a ton.
I thought that they were based on like time. Don't like you could get a flat tire and miss a lap and jump back in and still be able to compete.
I think
It's
it's
something like-
max
like-
laps in a certain amount of time, or
Time.
something.
Yeah,
like that.
there's-
I can't remember how it works.
There's a way.
Yeah,
you
that's what
can-
it was here. So I guess, yeah, if you were out ahead a couple of laps
Yeah, and then they
you,
like ring a bell
Yeah.
and it's
Yep.
the last lap or
Yep.
last
Yeah.
time or I don't remember.
what's it called?
interesting.
Like is it the velodrome?
Velodrome is the
That's
loop.
cool.
That's
where they
fast.
ride on the,
That is.
they kind of just
Bristol,
cat
basically.
and mouse basically
That's
until
nuts.
the end. That's cool.
That's
that
what
I would
they-
really like to do.
Didn't they do that with motorcycles though back in the day? People die. I went to a motorcycle
about
museum
that.
and I thought there was
Maybe.
something
They
about
did
that.
it makes
the
me think
flat
of
track stuff.
the speed skating at
Yeah.
the Olympics, like when that
Oh,
always
yeah.
gets like
Yeah.
That's also very
Or
cool.
roller derby.
Yeah. Oh, we haven't seen Ben do. You haven't jam skated for us yet.
I know, I need to.
Have you been practicing? Are you ready for it?
Actually, I don't even know where my skates are.
Oh no.
Yeah, I think my mom gave me a Goodwill. It really sucks. They were really good skates. Libetta G80s.
roller
Carbon
skating
fiber
is hard.
Truck.
So you have an ice roller blade. That's
Roller
fun.
skates. That's not a thing anymore. I don't feel like that's
Well, the
even a
skating
thing.
rink closed down here too.
It depends
Yeah.
where you are. It's a demographic thing. Because I think in Florida people like skate all the time.
I mean, last year I went roller skating at the local roller skate
You
park
did?
in Cookville. In
What's
Cookville,
your
At Cookville?
like 1 out of 10? What's your skating level?
it's low. I'm watching these people
Surprise.
skate around the roller skating rink, and I'm like,
Blades? Did you wear blades?
no,
or
I wore
skates?
skates. I
Question.
think if I wore blades, I could
Yeah.
have done it. And I'm like, this is easy. I get out there, I'm like falling all over the place. I'm holding onto the wall. I'm like, literally.
Can you ice skate?
I've never been.
You never been ice skating?
No,
Ice skating.
You
It's
live
fun.
like in the frozen tundra.
I know.
Of the,
I don't know.
wow.
Flipping frozen tundra.
So-
How should I know?
Something I should work on. I thought because I had good balance,
Yeah.
like, but it's different when you're on something that's rolling.
Yeah, or moving. Yes.
Yeah.
I remember like the.
awareness.
Oh, I'm sorry.
Huh?
I was saying, I remember like the 6th grade. We went to. I went to Creative Learning, like the daycare here, and we all went to the ice skating ring. I'd never even done it, and like.
You
this was
crushed it.
Yeah, I crushed it. And I was like, man, I'm a
just another
superstar.
Ben Athletic
Everybody's
fact.
like sitting there
If
like
you can roll-
scuffling, and I
you
was
can
just
roller- yeah,
I
you
was
can
sitting
roller.
there, I was going backwards.
Yeah, if you
man.
can
I was
rollerblade,
like,
then
why am I so good at
it
this?
it transfers over pretty well.
Yeah.
It's a little bit different, but not a ton. I mean,
Yeah.
I've only been on ice probably 3 or 4 times.
Yeah.
But
It was really fun. I'd
I've
like to do it
rollerbladed
again.
a
I haven't
lot
been-
playing
I
hockey.
don't think I've actually been since.
Yeah, I know I'm way older than you guys, but Saturdays at Skate Castle, where I come from, yeah, you
used to
like
be Wheeler skating rink here, man.
you
They
the
had
races.
color game, you had the
go.
color
Yeah.
game, you had the
Yeah.
like all kinds of stuff.
Yeah.
Get into the races, and then the snowball skate comes up, and you're just hearts beating out of your chest, and you go up to her and you ask her to skate with you, and you skate holding hands, and
Oh, did yours have the races? Like ours had the
Oh
races.
yeah,
That was like
I
the
lived
big
for
deal.
the
It was
races.
like,
Are you kidding me?
It's race time.
Speed
Let's go.
skating?
Yeah.
Then you got to get out fast. You got to get to that cone
Yeah,
first.
you gotta.
Then you got to survive the corner, and then you're out.
Yep.
That's good. I
Gotta
remember
do
those
it.
days.
Yeah.
I lived for that.
Don't spill.
Well, when I went to the roller skate rink here, there's only a few people. Nobody was racing.
Get a pickle juice shot.
I did not get a pickle juice shot, but there was one guy that like, you know, taught people, and he was cruising around doing like skills and stuff. Kristen was with me. Kristen was also a phenomenal roller skater. Just
Rich, have you ever been?
gliding.
Oh,
Have you ever
Kristen?
played hockey?
KM?
Yeah.
Nice.
Yeah,
Yeah.
we. I've never played like at a rink. We played pond hockey in Michigan.
Oh yeah, that's right.
And one time here when the pond froze.
No, we did play pond
Oh,
hockey
yeah.
here. Yep.
Wow.
There's fish frozen.
We should
up
go to
top.
Warriors.
Where?
Warriors
Where's that at?
What's Warriors?
in Sparta, skating rink. Did you used to play hockey there?
Yeah.
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 They still have a skating rink there.
Yeah, it's wooden too, wooden floor.
Oh wow.
Yeah, it's really
That's
cool.
fancy. Wow.
Guys, we're
We're
pretty far
well
past an
over,
hour.
Yeah.
Oh,
Oh.
really?
Yeah, I think we're like an hour 10.
All right.
Holy Toledo.
You know when I want my beef jerky? It's not beef jerky. Bison jerky. Who screwed that up? Today, Junior, we offer Bison Snacks, a lean, clean protein option for you and all your cool kids you hang out with. Bison Sticks and Bites are now available, as well as Biltong. You can actually, we got a pretty cool video on how Biltong is made. You can find meat snacks and Froning Farms apparel, including Into the Storm and Serve shirts at FroningFarms.com. We got some new flavors that we tested out of the Biltong. It was pretty good. There's a Biltong stick. Jury's still out on that one. I wasn't crazy about it, but Jennifer Sider loved it, which was really weird to me. But I don't know. We'll see.
Good to
So
know. TBD.
new stuff coming. New stick flavors coming as well. Yeah. All right.
It's good stuff, man.
Anything else, Jim? Mayhem Mindset?
Yeah,
Going?
yeah.
Rolling?
It's going to be cool. We'll in the next
We got
month
some
or so,
videos
we'll get
coming,
some new videos we're doing.
that
And
Matt screwed up, but hey, Matt
That's not-
Matheson,
we
you
don't-
suck.
Aw.
Just kidding. Just kidding.
it's a
Matt.
joke, man.
Chill out, Matt.
All right.
All right. Peace.
Bye.